Hello and welcome, everybody. Let's see. Hold on. Ooh, crazy morning. Let's see who's going to come on in this morning. Or am I going to be sitting here all by myself? Don't know. Let's see. Checking out. I'm just doing I'm going to do Facebook Live. And I'm doing that. And there we go. So I'm going to hold that out over here for my Facebook Live. And I'm on YouTube and Instagram Live, I should say. Instagram Live, Facebook Live. Just checking to see if anybody's getting notices. I am on early today because I have some appointments and stuff. They're saying hang on. They're telling my followers to join. So that's interesting. So not sure if this is going to get out. Just an FYI. I know I'm on earlier than usual, but I've been told that people haven't been okay. So the Guru Mama house now, okay, that just went through live, is not getting my notifications. So that's interesting. So I had a few interesting things come up over the last couple days. So, and the energies, let's just look at that right now. It's intense. I mean, I've been telling people that the intensity is going to start happening as we're getting closer to the end of August and as we head towards September and into October. So there is going to be more shenanigans happening, but it's, shenanigans with the planets, but shenanigans with humans. And that's where a lot of is starting to be revealed. And with this intensity. And we're going to be saying, what the fuck is going on? And especially questioning. So Uranus is not Uranus, Mercury is opposite. Mercury and Mars is opposite Neptune. And they want answers from a drug lord. They want answers from the dream lord. They want answers from, and even to move past all of that, they want answers from the divine. They want answers to say, what do I need to do? Where do I need to go? And they're wanting to get, Charlene got on. They're wanting to know that. They're wanting to know what do I need to do? And an opposition is very difficult. So when you have an opposition with with planets, it's like a power struggle on which way to go. How am I going to do this? So there's a power struggle of intensity, and that power of intensity is coming through, and the soul needs to express itself. The soul has to express itself, and that's what it's trying to do. The soul's trying to come out and let you know this is the direction that we need to be going. Yet our humanness, our ego is saying, no, this is what we should be doing. And that is causing a lot of disruptions within ourselves and with that around us. I mean, we got to stop. This is like stopping you from being human at times. There's a stop, and there is a part that is it's getting to a point where the planets are trying to shake us up and say, are you waking the fuck up, or are you just going to still continue doing this? It is so hard to sit and watch and not knowing what to do next and how to do things. It is very frustrating. It is overwhelming. I tell you every day to stay in your light, to stay with the divine, that that is so my thing, and staying true to who you are is so important. And doesn't the push on people that's happening right now, the push that's happening, and I'm not a big YouTuber. I don't have like 1,000 people. I would love to have 1,000 people. Never know. Might wake up and I might have 10,000 people on my YouTube, or 10,000 people watching what I'm doing. But right now I don't. Yet there are parts and things that don't get uploaded on my YouTube. There is, even when I'm doing a private convo on my meditation, that they can't hear me. The mic goes out, and then all of a sudden we start a different conversation and the mic goes on. So that's kind of weird per se. And it always goes out at certain points that I'm trying to stress or give emphasis on, and the mic goes out. So this is the changes and the transformation that's coming forth, and the pressure that is being put on not only myself, but on others that are trying to get a message out. And trying to get a message out of saying, this is coming into the age of Aquarius. What Aquarius is, and what Saturn is trying to show us, is that you have choices, and that in those choices, there's also an acceptance of others, an acceptance of who that person is, unique individual ways, and accepting those unique individual ways. And I go to Battlestar Galactica, one of those movies where it's like everybody is walking out there and accepting people who, all the aliens and all the different, interracial marriages and whatever is out there. But people are very understanding and tolerant, and it looks like a very beautiful place to be living, and clean, and the whole bit. And yes, everybody wants that beautiful utopia. Yet there is this one that's becoming the other part of Aquarius, the other part of Saturn is militant. Is wanting you to be conformative, do your thing, but conform to this. Look at it this way. And another part of Aquarius and a Saturn is the ones who watch you, the watchers, the people coming in, watching you and everything that you do. Yet you cannot see them. You can't see them, but they're there. And that's the other part of the energies that are coming in. Jupiter, what Jupiter is doing, and what Jupiter wants to reward you. Pluto wants to reward you, right? I just got notification that I'm live on YouTube now. So for whatever reason, my notification didn't go out on YouTube right away. There is this part of us wanting to stand in unity, but stand in unity of being that unique, beautiful individual that you are. And that's where a lot, especially with the mystic rectangle that's in the sky today, this is where we are having these opposition, and Venus is opposite Chiron, and the moon is all about healing and where we're going to heal, especially with the Aries energy. I got to shut my door because I think my daughter put the dog in the kennel. Hi, you guys can follow me. So that energy of where we have to stand, and how we have to make the changes we have to make. I get clients asking me all the time, what should I do, Mama? What should I do? Should I get it? I can't give you that answer. I can just tell you that things are just going to get crazier, because there's a lot of people that don't want to be different, don't want to stand in their uniqueness, and are terrified because they're going to lose out. Look at what's happening in Australia right now. Australia is fucked up. Now, I did a little bit of research in what I could find about the children going into the stadium, and a couple of the places that I tried to look up, I got blocked, or I was on it and then went back to go look at it. It was gone. So there's a lot of information happening there in Australia with what they're trying to do with the vaccination of children. Even though not one child under the age, I think, of 16 or something hasn't died of this so-called whatever it is that's going on the airways right now. And this is where the mandate is. And people say, well, it's only a mask or it's only this. And that's the thing. It's only this. Till what? Till what? And that's where the fear comes in for many people. It's like, I'll conform. This is only this. This is only, I'm just going to poke you in the arm. It's nothing. It's nothing. Yet, even though the FDA has approved it, testing still hasn't been done. The only reason why they want to approve it is to get it out more. And why Pfizer? Have you ever thought of that? Pfizer is one of the richest out of all the pharmaceutical companies out there. Their CEO he makes off of his residuals of stocks. Like, he makes over 80% of his income is from the fucking stocks. Is it legal? Well, it is legal. Is it ethical? No, it's not ethical. A lot of people don't want to hear this. They want to hide their head in the fucking sand and not look at what's going on. When your prime minister comes out and starts telling people that, get it or else what? That's the thing. Or else what? You're going to fire me. I'm going to lose my job. I'm going to what? You're going to force me? When is the point when we say enough is enough? When is the point when we say no more? And there are people that stand up, they go to their union rep, and they say, no, we're not going to. They bring out their human rights, the human rights, and that's where Aquarius comes in. And here we have this opposition of Uranus says, or Neptune is saying, you know what, it's okay, everything's going to be all right. Yeah, everything's going to be all right. You just come over here into La La Land. Yet we have Virgo energy, and Virgo energy is all about adjustments. What adjustments do you need to make? What adjustments do you need to make within your relationships? What adjustments do you need to make in your relationships with yourself and with that around you? What are you finding that is no longer working for you? And yeah, I'm saying these things and I'm coming out, and it's overwhelming. It's frustrating. And I can feel with people that they're terrified. They're terrified of losing their income, of losing their house, of not being able to associate with other people. Yet they're even saying that even though you get it, you still could get the thing that's floating around in the air. It's crazy, people. Uranus in Taurus. That is that's what's squaring off with Saturn. Pluto is stationary at 24 degrees. 24 degrees. That's pretty crazy. Here. At 24 degrees. And I'm going to just, hopefully you guys on Instagram can still hear me. So placing you down there. I hope my computer's not making any excess noise. And will I lose people with what I'm saying? Probably. I will. And I feel the people that I lose are the people who are too afraid to stand up for themselves, are people that are just saying, oh, fuck it, I'm just going along with it. I just want to live my life. But how can you live your life? How can you live your life when atrocities are starting to happen all over the world, when forced mandates are starting to come upon people and force them into doing things? There was a young man that was a client, and it just sickens me that his family, this was down in California, family ousted him for not getting it. He got it. You know where he is right now? He's in the hospital with an enlarged heart. Was it the vaccine? The guy's like 32 years old. He was in good shape, didn't have any other ailments, didn't have any history of anything. But he has an enlarged heart now. Didn't have that before. There's no heart history either in his family. How does his family feel? They're sickened by it. But that's the thing, is that when we look into the truth of what this energy is, it comes in and it says, this is what we need to do. Souls need to express themselves. The Aries energy confronts, it's weird, and it's making these adjustments, and it's coming into deeper issues. There's a lot of deeper issues that are coming in, that are going to be coming forward. We have a lot of energy that has to do with children in the skies. Why? What's happening to the children in the world? We're so worried about children being sold into slavery. What about children forced into medical things that their parents are saying, no, we don't want for them, yet the government is saying, I know better for you? Have you heard when this happened before? Yeah, it was in Nazi Germany. It's scary and it's fucked up, and people need to wake up and notice that there's shit going on. And whether you are vaccinated or not vaccinated, you still have to stand up and say something and say, no, I'm not going to take it anymore. I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm not going to hold a passport. And yes, you can tell me that, oh, well, people can have passports to go into, Tanzania. Well, if I wanted to go to Tanzania, then I would get the fucking vax or the malaria one. But I know when I get that, it's going to stop me from getting malaria, isn't it? This is not going to stop me from getting COVID, is it? There's still a chance. Well, I won't get it as bad, but it's still a chance. I've lasted through this whole fucking epidemic with people out in the public, exposed. I am fine. And I'm supposed to be at high risk. I am overweight. I am over 50. I am still fine. Because I just know. There's certain things you just know, and you got to trust in that. If you want to get it, fine, but why force it upon somebody else? That's the issue. And that's where people have to wake the fuck up. And it's a hard one. It's a hard line, because I can guarantee you September, October are going to be fucked up for people. The energies are just going to get crazier and crazier. And we are going to be pushed into something. We're going to be pushed into something that you're going to wake up and you're going to say, what? I didn't know that was happening. Really? It makes me want to cry. Because I could care less if you're vaccinated or not vaccinated. What I care about is that you're being pushed to do something against your will. Against your will. Why? Like, you get vaccinated because is Starbucks going to be the only fucking job, or Safeway the only fucking job you're going to have for the rest of your life? Probably not. But you're going to risk your health on that? Amazon, you're going to risk your health on that? Why? I'm sorry. I've lost a lot of shit because I believe in my divine. And a lot of people who know me, who's been following me for years, know that. And they even come up to me, I can't believe you're still doing this. Because it's my calling. It's my calling to come out to tell people to wake up. It's my calling to tell you about the astrology. It's my calling to do the readings and do the education. That's part of my calling. That's what I'm here to do. Do I get backlash from it? Yes. Fucking doing a meditation this morning, my mic goes out. There's nothing wrong with my microphone. Yet they could hear me for everything else. Weird, because it wasn't on a public forum. This is where, if they haul me out tomorrow, if I'm not live one day, somebody's hauled me out. Okay, just an FYI. If I'm not on a live or you don't see me on social media, something fucking happened. And the crazy, crazy shit is people don't understand their laws in Canada. We are a Commonwealth country. We are not a republic. We are still ruled by a monarch, whether we like it or not. And that's another scary shit. Have you ever noticed that three of the top Commonwealth countries are each going under a different experiment? The UK, Australia, and Canada. Three of the top sort of ones. They're not too worried about the other little Commonwealth countries that are there, but they're watching these three ones. What's the UK doing? Enforcing what kind of mandate? Oh, they're following. Are they following along properly? Ooh, let's Australia's they're kind of crazy. Let's really lock them down. Let's see what happens. Canada, they're not too sure of because we're quite divided. We have the West and we have the East. We are a divided country. So they're watching. How are they going to respond with everything? Alberta's a wild card. It always has been. And it always will be. How are they going to respond? How much conformity? They are the ones with the oil. Let's see what's going to happen. Because oil, you still need oil. Still need that much. You still need those wells going. Because a lot of things in our world, whether we like it or not, need petroleum. So they're watching. They're watching because you don't want to lose Alberta because Alberta has fucking money. Money talks. Why can a billionaire or a millionaire fly into an airport, not get vaccinated, get into their car and go ahead with their day? Yet little Miss Muffet sitting in the airport had to get double vaxxed, wear a mask, and risk her life. Are people looking at that? No, it's okay. I just want to go on. I just want to get on my plane. I just want to fly and do my life. Do your life. Do your life. Because doing your life is going to be killing a lot of other people. Doing your life is getting children forced into vaccination that their parents don't want. Doing your life is forcing children to conform at a young age. That's how they do it. It's an indoctrination. That's what we do. We indoctrinate our children. Well, all parents do. That's why you guys have to see psychologists and see me when you're older, because your parents fucked you up. That's our job. We fuck up our children so that other people can fix them. That's just the way the world works. And this is what's happening. But this is not us fucking up our children. This is the government. And we're following along with the government in the schools. And parents are saying, you know what? I don't know what to do. I got to get my kids in school. Because I got to go to work. Oh, and I got to go to work because I have to pay that mortgage payment. I have to pay that. And I get it. Yes, we have payments. Yes, we have stuff and we want to live. But could you imagine, just imagine, if we allowed everybody to live the way that they need to live? In a world, this is what Aquarius is. This is Aquarius energy. If we allow allow individuals to begin to live in a community, in a world that we are acceptant of them without fear. The blessings that come in from Jupiter are enormous. Pluto wants to give you rewards. When we start allowing, and of course we're going to have, this is on a moral sense. This isn't about having people be assholes and pedophiles and bullshit kind of crap. This is where we have a place where we say, all right, we're here to help one another. We're here to be with one another. And if there is an issue or if there is somebody we're here to help to build them up. I'm not talking about a unified whatever. You know? I noticed cases miraculously dropped during Stampede and surprised now they are skyrocketing. Of course. But you know what else skyrocketed after Stampede? Syphilis and herpes. Oh my gosh. I mean, yeah. But that's the thing, is that things will be like dying down. And then, of course, and laying off how many nurses? Our medical system? This is a huge wake-up call. A wake-up call for people to say no, or a wake-up call to say, hey, you know what? That's fine for them. That's fine for me. They can still give me that thing that's floating around in the air because they got their fancy thing in their arm. Yet I can still give it to them because I didn't get the fancy thing in the arm. So I guess we're all still good. And in fact, why are you so worried if I'm not? Because you're supposed to be fucking protected. Plus you're wearing your mask and whatever hazard suit that you're wearing. So what's your issue? And then they're talking about, well, we don't know if vaccinated people can give blood. Why not? Why should we be worried? Why would we be worried about that? Well, that's an interesting, thing. And then once they, oh yes, no, we accept it. Now you're thinking, if I get injured, do I want somebody's vaccinated blood? Do I have to start storing my own blood? Some people do. But these are the crazy, fucked up shit that's happening. And the first thing you hear, all of the stars start tweeting, oh, well, you should feel so much better now that the FDA is now allowing, as approved this one. It's okay now. See, FDA. But yet now we're finding that they're taking trillions of fucking dollars from these to get them approved. And of course, we see that also with Health Canada. And when I worked at Community Natural Foods, and we heard that big businesses could get their NRN number faster than some really good vitamin company who's fighting their ass off, and that they could lose everything. And here, Red Bull and all those guys, because they have the money, can get their shit done right away. Money talks, and it shouldn't be. Not when it comes to health, not when it comes to human rights. Money should not be the first factor for anything. But of course, we also have to understand that there is an evil in the world, and human beings can be the most evilest of all. And that we are all connected because we all have that in us. We all have that evil in us, and we all have the greatness in us and the divine. We have both. But it's what you want to feed and the direction that you want to go into. Today's intense, and there's going to be some crazy shit coming out. And more information about children. And whether that's your inner child or the children around you. Eris squaring Pluto is always about tyranny. And she brings up things about children too, and so does Pluto. So there's a lot coming up that's going to have and push what's going to happen to our generation. Pluto going direct, and in 2023, Pluto 2024, Pluto goes into Aquarius. That's one thing. Well, we know population goes down when he does that. The other part too is Aquarius is that Pluto's going to conjunct the United States, Pluto. We've never seen that before. The predictions that are coming out for that aren't good because a Pluto conjunction is pretty crazy. We've never lived, in our own chart, in our own natal chart. That's a 250-year cycle. We'll never live through that personally. We'll live through a quarter square or an opposition or a trine, but not a conjunction, not one when it's on top of one another. And so when Pluto's on top of Pluto, there's going to be some really crazy eruptions that's going to happen throughout the United States. And that's where the big changes that are going to come in. And that's in the beginning of next year. We're going to start feeling it at the end of this year to the beginning of next year. Will the light win? Definitely it'll win. But it's when we wake the fuck up and start doing it. We can do it faster, or we can take our time with this and live through this for the next 5-6 years. Because when Uranus gets out of Taurus, I mean, it's bad enough he's in there causing bloody earthquakes and shaking shit up, because that's what electricity does when it hits the earth. It shakes shit up, and it topples mountains, and it topples things down, and it topples regimes down. Afghanistan. And there's others there out there too. There's prime ministers and presidents who've been assassinated because they didn't follow what China said. So are we waking up, or are we just going along with the masses? And that's where choices are going to be happening. It's the wound of life. There's wounds. There's huge wounds that are out there that are coming forward. And we have to look at the balance and harmony and make the changes. So there's some big calls coming out for us all. Big calls that are coming out for us to step up and say this is what we believe in, and stand with our brothers and sisters. Stand with one another, because this is where humanity is divided. Huge division. And I told you segregation is coming in, and it's coming in fast and furious. And it's not the movie with the cute guys with the big muscles. This Fast and Furious is a lot different. Although the one with the big muscles and the cute guys is really nice, and we'd rather have that one because the good always wins at the end. But we know the good will win, but there's a lot of shit we got to go through in order to get there. We're starting to enter the tunnel. The train came in, dumped all its shit. We're trying to get through all of that shit, and then the train has taken off and started through the tunnel. And it's a dark, long tunnel that we are entering. So for us, it is up to us. We might not be able to do something maybe right now, but we can pray. We can put the positive energies out there. It seems minimal, but you're a Reiki master. Start Reikiing the shit out of every fucking thing that you see. You're a human being. Start blessing everything that you see. Blessing everything for an awakening. When witches and when humans band together to pray, to call in the guardians and the spirits, it is amazing. I mean, it's been proven that when people band together and start praying, how things change and crime rate goes down. Wow. So there's something to this humanness. There's something to our power. So that's what we need to do. When you pass somebody, bless them. When you pass a light pole, bless it. When you pick up your phone, bless it. You turn on your computer, bless it. Start blessing everything. Start sending that light everywhere, because those streams of light are going to make a big, huge difference. And it is us standing up. We're going to have to be standing up and making a choice. And as I said, one day, if I'm not on here and you haven't heard from any of my kids or my husband, they took me somewhere. Crazier shit has happened. And I'm not a Snowden. I don't have, for him to do what he did in 2013 was huge. He gave up his whole life to warn us when he started seeing the shit that the government was doing. And I watched a show yesterday. My husband was watching, what was it? Pawn Stars. And the owner got into the CIA museum. It's you just can't walk into the CIA museum. It's by invite only. And they showed that they had a dragonfly was a bug. That this dragonfly, they could control it. You see them on cartoons where people have, little fly comes in and spies on you. Well, this was a dragonfly that the CIA used to spy on people. They even had a microphone that was a toothpick in a olive so that they could pick up on people's conversations. So I'm thinking, man, if they had that back in the 50s and 40s, what the fuck do they have now? So this is where we wake up. and we let people know, and we let each other know, and we stand together, and you don't force somebody to do something they don't want to do. Women have stood up for our rights, for abortion, for our bodies, to say this is our bodies, and you don't have a say over what's going on in my uterus. It's my uterus. What I want to grow in there, I will grow in there. It's mine. So this is my veins, my blood, my body. What I want to run through it, I will choose what I want to run through it, whether you want it or not. And if I go to Tanzania one day, yes, I will get vaccinated for malaria and typhoid. Yes, damn fucking rights. Those are horrible diseases that I know will kill me. I know they'll kill me. It's been proven for hundreds of years. But I know if I get that vaccination, it works. It works. Just saying. So, I know. Mama's had to come out here and say, so much frustration building up. And it is a week of cray-cray. It's the old world going into the new world. And, when we went from the age of Aries into the age of Pisces, that was a connection to God, coming into that godliness, that expansion. Now we're coming into the age of Aquarius, which is the connection with one another and humanity. Wow. That's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. And what does it mean to be connected with one another? That means accepting people, their views, even though they don't go with your views. That means respecting the rights of every single human being on this earth. That means having a right to education and medical. Having that right to be able to go into and get the help you need when you have cancer. When your child is sick and running a crazy fever, you should have a right to go into the hospital and get and have aid for your child. Food, a roof over your head. Those are basic human rights, and we all deserve them, no matter who you are in this world. So shine your light. Don't let anybody stop you from shining your light. Please. Stand up for what you believe in. And you know what? If you believe in getting, that fancy thing in your arm, then you believe in getting the fancy thing in your arm. But don't push it on somebody else. That was your choice. Honor that choice that you made. Honor that decision that you made. That's the thing. It's honoring it. And when you honor your decisions, you are not only blessing yourself, but you're blessing someone else to do the same. Have a blessed day, everybody. And may the Lord and the Lady watch over and bless each and every one of you in all that you say, in all that you be, in all that you do. May not know what to do today, but that's okay. Have a great one, and we will talk to you tomorrow. Alrighty? Bye-bye, everyone.